Hi, my name is Pastor Mo Pacheco, and I am a pastoral resident here at Faith CRC. One of my responsibilities as pastoral resident is to start what's called an estuary group. What is an estuary group, you might be asking? Well, it's a group that kind of plays on the word estuary, which an estuary in nature is where salt water and fresh water meet. So we've taken that metaphor and used it for a group that is kind of church adjacent. This whole thing started maybe 8 years ago with a CRC pastor named Paul Vanderklay. He had been making YouTube videos commenting on lectures by Jordan Peterson and some other online figures, and people started reaching out to him, having followed Jordan Peterson or Tom Holland or whatever, being very curious about religious stuff. Paul started these groups where these people who were not church attenders could come typically to his church and just have conversations about philosophy, politics, theology, and it ended up being a way to get many of these folks attending church again. Many of the folks that come to these things are people who once were part of churches but at some point deconstructed, but are considering reconstructing their faith, or at least that's part of our goal in it. So those are the type of people that come. We don't really limit who's invited. We kind of open up the invitation to people, but the people drawn in are typically people who aren't ready to go to church, but want to talk about things that include faith, the underlying principles of faith, things that I think we're really strong in within the Reformed context. So we'll be starting one of those groups here at Faith every first Tuesday of the month. So the first one will be this upcoming Tuesday, which is November 4th at 7 p.m. at the church. If you're interested or if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me or Pastor Matt, who will likely just forward you on to me. There's also a website that is estuaryhub.com, where you can find more information, and there's a couple of videos of Pastor Paul Vanderklay and one of his partners in this whole endeavor named John Van Dam.